All right, welcome. Please find a comfortable seat, comfortable posture. Various stages in the practice, this work actually appears dualistic, right? We are doing something. There's a subject who is doing something. I'm practicing, I'm watching, I'm negating, I'm questioning. There's a relationship there. And that's a very important part of the process because it's a distillation. In alchemy, they call it a distillation. Distillation. To distill, it means to kind of a separate, another form of separation. In the distillation, it's like a separation of the confusing parts of ourselves, what we confuse ourselves with for what we really are. And so if we're confusing ourselves, mistaken, there needs to be this process of sort of separating out what we actually are from the piece that we've confused ourselves with being. Separating out from what we actually are from what we have been previously confusing ourselves to be. And I like this idea of distillation because it feels very mixed. It feels very muddied, at least in my experience. Right? We say things like, I feel, I see the Zoom screen, I feel happy. Right? There's duality there. I am feeling happy. At least there it's a little bit more distilled. There's the I am, and then there's this relationship to feeling happy. But if we say I feel happy, or I am happy, or even close, or even more mixed in with that feeling, with that happiness. But if we go, I am feeling happy, we've added that layer of separation. We're distilling. I see the screen. I am seeing the screen. And so there's this distillation of separating what I am from what I'm not. But then they come back and they tell us, but we're all one thing. So why am I not also this seeing, this screen that I'm seeing? Say, oh, you are, you just, it'll get like that down the road. Well, I'm not willing to take that on faith. Prove it. And so that's what we work on, proving it to ourselves, knowing with certainty, I am all of this. Because when we're confused, in the state of confusion or mistaken, some things we say I am the body, I'm the thoughts, and some things we say we're not, I am the world. I'm not the world. And so the reason we distill or separate is to be a very clear line to forget all that world of stuff. So that when we re-merge with the world, It's not a me and the world, it's just consciousness. I am consciousness. The energy of being. That's what we're going to call consciousness. I am the energy of being. That sounds nice. Got a nice ring to it. But before I can be the energy of being, consciousness, first I have to separate myself from the confusing states of me and the world, the mind and body. The best way I know how to do this is to watch, is to bring my watchfulness into its fullest capacity I'm able to do. To have a conviction to being watchful or being aware. When we are unaware or our awareness is fading, we can say we are distracted. And we often do things unconsciously, unconsciously. This is what happens a lot of times when we're just sitting and meditating, or we think we're meditating and we have no idea. We were just lost in a thought. We didn't even know we were lost in the thought. It just went and went and went. We were wrapped up in a narrative. And all of a sudden we go, oh my gosh, here I am. I'm aware again. I'm aware that I was totally wrapped up in a thought stream, unconscious. So as we begin this process of growing aware, staying aware, being aware of the constant awareness. This is the distillation process. So aware, I am aware. That's your practice tonight. That's what we're after. So aware, I am aware. Where there is awareness. Inescapable, unable to be distracted from your awareness. When we crave distraction, listen carefully now. When we crave distraction, it is because we have confused or muddied our awareness with something we're not. When we crave a distraction, it is because we have confused our awareness or muddied it with something we are not. We have this despair or this loneliness or sadness, this deep feeling that we don't like. It feels latched onto our awareness. And so we want to escape our own awareness because we cannot see the difference between this thing that we do not like and our awareness. We have confused our identity. But when you distill awareness into pure awareness, you will not crave distraction. Well, let's just sit a little while now. No practice, just recognizing. Recognizing whether you have thoughts or no thoughts or streams of thoughts. You're aware, even when you're distracted. That's it. Sit and recognize you're aware of thoughts. You can look at where or what this awareness is. I wouldn't get there yet, though. Just recognize there's awareness. There's awareness of the thought. There's awareness of forgetting thought. Constant awareness. There's awareness of being distracted. Maybe not self-aware, but you are aware you were distracted. There's awareness of my words, awareness of your mood and emotion. It's everywhere, creeping around every corner. Recognize you're aware. can't mess this up. You can't fail at this practice. You're just recognizing you're aware of anything, anything that enters consciousness, anything that becomes consciousness. You're aware of it. You're getting clear on this basic, fundamental fact. I shouldn't have to convince you about anything on this matter. It should be obvious. You are aware of all kinds of things. Try to focus our awareness. Let's try to train the awareness to fall in love with breath, with breathing. Breathe softly, smoothly, through the nose if you can, in and out. Breathe softly, smoothly. I don't care particularly how long the breath is or how deep it is. Just a soft, smooth breath in and out through the nose. Easy. Breathe easy. Feel the rhythm of this simple, natural breath. Feel the movement, the rise and the empty. The rising of the inhale and the emptying of the exhale. There's a feeling there. It could be in the nose, it could be in the head, the chest, the ribs. No wrong answers, just feel it. You don't even have to describe it. Just feel the rhythm of the breath. Recognize you like the feeling. It's nice. It's simple. It's subtle. It's soothing. Recognize you like the feeling of the breath. Be aware of the flow of breath. Just stay aware, watching the flow of breath. Keep feeling. It can grow and change. It can stay steady. Just continue being aware of the flow of breath. If you lose attentiveness to your breath, you find your awareness elsewhere, that's fine. Let's start again. Take a few breaths, maybe 2 or 3, really making it soft, easeful, and focus on the feeling of rising and emptying. You don't need a lot of breath. It's just like a companion. Sometimes you're driving in the car with a companion and you don't have to have constant conversation, but it's nice that they're there. You know the breath is there. Don't hound the breath for stimuli. Just let it be there and let yourself be aware that the breath is there. Enjoy the feeling of breathing. Feel the enjoyment of breathing, like there's a grin, a smile. It feels nice to breathe softly, smoothly, rising on the inhale, emptying on the exhale. There's a very natural, simple rhythm to it. We don't want it to be complex. We want it to be very straightforward. Stay with it. If you get lost, just come back for a few very conscious breaths, remembering the feeling, and then enjoying that feeling. Now, distill, separate the awareness, separate the awareness from the continuous stream of breath. It is deeply enjoyable, very soothing to be this silent watcher as the breath rises and falls and transforms inside of consciousness. That's all there is. The rising and falling of breath as consciousness and the silent awareness, aware of it. Stay with it. Let the breath have this quiet, soft, steady rhythm. There's a rhythm to it. It's continuous, rising, emptying, rising, emptying. If you crave distraction, you may even get sleepy. But remember, awareness is pure. There's nothing to run from. There's no need to be distracted. Enjoy the feeling of the breath. And then become aware, like there are two things, the breath and the being aware of the breath. And they both just exist. Very steadily, continuously. Perceiving the continuous breath, perceiving you are aware. You can think of them as two, but realize you cannot separate them. You cannot remove awareness. So long as breath is the object, the awareness and the breath are one thing. You can continue to enjoy the breath awareness meditation, or you can try to prove to yourself. You can try to remove awareness. Do not make it an act of frustration or rebelliousness. If you try to remove awareness, let it be an act of practice, conviction. Let it take you deeper into your presence. breath, thoughts, body, personality, the world. They cannot be separated from awareness. They are not two separate things, awareness and consciousness. They are one thing. Relax from the practice. We'll do questions and discussion.